Notion is a great way to organize your life as it has organized mine. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 Notion ideas to organize your life. Keep watching to know more about it. Now, before we begin, this video is a collaboration with Hey Studio, and make sure to check out her channel to know more about 5 more ways to organize your life using Notion. So I've been using Notion for the past few months. I recently migrated to it last December, so I would say like the new year sort of brought me into this whole world of Notion. So I can now attest that I am a certified #Notionatic, if that exists. And if you want to know more about Notion and how I did my setup, make sure to become a patron to access this exclusive tour. But for today, I'm sharing with you 5 easy ideas on how to make your Notion work for you. And these are mostly a variety of things that I use for my shop, for personal consumption, and many more. Plus, make sure to watch until the end of the video as I will show you how you can get one of my templates for free. And let's get started. If you're new to Notion, let me share a little overview. Notion is a fully customizable software for organizing your life. Mainly for me, it's a way to organize my work tasks in an accessible all-in-one place online. I use this in conjunction with my weekly planner and daily planner that I use in traditional form. I used to also multi-manage my online files with Drive, Trello, and Airtable, and I'm proud to say that I've been fully converted to Notion as we speak. Now let's get to some easy templates that you can try for your Notion page. The first one is a mood board. This is specifically my shop mood board for ideas. I used to be on Pinterest all the time, and while it was good, I found that the algorithm sort of like fed me with too much information that it's been hard for me to figure out information and how to like streamline them in order for me to focus on certain topics and categories that I want to do more research on. And creating a mood board on Notion has helped me narrow down the visual inspiration I specifically need for future shop products. Using the gallery view, I'm able to categorize each type of design or medium and drop in my files there. Next up is, of course, a recipe list. As someone like me who loves to cook, I finally made a recipe page for my Notion. This is still a work in progress, but most of these recipes I got from my Cook and Eat recipe book, as well as some I still want to try for my future cooking adventures. I kept it simple with the table view and categorized them by type. So it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, usually like meal or viands, and beverages. I also added a category on the type of cuisine, which is for me mostly Korean, Japanese, or any Asian cuisine. And from time to time, I would make American food or European. And difficulty level for good measure. I'm still thinking if I need a weekly calendar or like a grocery list, so I'm still working those out as of the moment. The next one is a gear log. This is pretty self-explanatory. I have a log of all the gadgets I use, and you might notice that I recently updated my gear log because I have a new camera, which I will show you in a future video. This is a gallery view where I just copy-pasted the photos from the internet just so it's cleaner to look and it's visually stimulating. So anytime someone would ask me, like specifically friends, I would just link this page and it will be pretty much easy to work on. The next page is the consumptions list. This is something that I've been updating constantly since the year started. As you guys know, I love watching films and series. I also like to read books, and this is my little rating and way for me to sort of track that, because that has helped me give a better rating as well. You know, I just kept it simple with the category, the type of the genre rather, and you know, just a star rating and some notes. I don't want to overdo it because I have a separate journal that's actually for my film series and book reviews. Last but not the least, this is something that I just started last February but has helped me heaps in planning ahead. So since I moved to Patreon and sort of streamlined my content creation process, one thing that has really kept me on my feet is the fact that every month my deadlines for Patreon are very templated, meaning they're very much the same every month. That way it's easier for me to just automate content and know when is due at a specific week. And because apart from Patreon, I do a lot of other things like manage the shop, do my YouTube content, manage my content, do my admin, have meetings, collaborate with people. I decided to make this all-in-one calendar overview instead of creating separate calendars. So now that I have this sort of template format here, it's easier for me to just pinpoint which things need to be done. If I switch this to table view, it's like a really long to-do list, which kind of is anxiety-inducing. So I try to filter it accordingly as well. And, you know, because I used to have a Google Calendar for this, and it was really hard to see everything. And now it's more streamlined because I can also categorize the type of task I'm supposed to do and what type of work I have to do. So it's for Patreon, content, for community. And the best part is at the end of a week or month, I also get to see how much I work. And I hope through this calendar, I am able to track that. And because of that, it's also easier for me to know how to prioritize certain tasks in a month. And as a bonus, I am sharing with you a sneak peek of my resource toolkit. This is something I did on Notion specifically for my patrons because a lot of them have asked me on where to get this, where to get that. So if you want to access the full page of this ABC toolkit, you can pledge today at patreon.com/abc to get full access, plus my Notion setup tour, which is very informative and very meaty with all the different setups I did for my Notion. And that is it for this video. I hope you picked up a thing or two or 5 things, or hopefully it will help you get into Notion and become a Notionatic too. So if you want to know more about Notion, make sure to once again check out my setup video exclusively for patrons. If you want to know more about Notion advice, we have like our work life hacks channel on our Discord in Patreon, and we mostly talk about Notion. So if you're keen, make sure to join our community to access this and more. Thank you to my patrons for helping make this possible, as well as to Hey Studio for the collaboration. Make sure to check out her video on 5 Notion ideas to organize your life at the link in the description below, as well as all the helpful links that you might find, and of course the free mood board template that you can get from my Notion is also in the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and always be creating and never stop learning. I will see you guys at the next one. Bye!